AJ Lee is back. We know that. We're excited. She has been one of the biggest influential wrestlers of the modern era. When you look at this women's division, she's someone who you say, yes, I see her influence. For the younger wrestlers, they look at her and say, yes, I want to mix it up with her. So, coming up on this week's episode of Break It Down with Brian H., I'm going to give you just 5 dream matches that I have for AJ Lee.
No, baby, that's for somebody else. We're just going to keep you right where you're at right now.
It doesn't matter what you think.
The Wrestling Realm presents Break It Down with Brian H.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of Break It Down with Brian H. I'm your host, Brian H. Waters. This show right here brought to you by The Wrestling Realm. And if you did not know, it is powered by SeatGeek, where you can save $20 off ticket purchases, $50 or more. We know football season is back. WNBA playoffs is upon us. MLB is winding down. Their playoff is upon us. And before you know it, it will be opening night for the NBA and the NHL and, maybe like a college team. That's all. You can save money on those tickets. And guess what? Concerts too. Folks, AJ Lee is back. We're excited. And I'm going to tell you why I'm excited. Because I always enjoyed her wrestling and her storytelling, but she was there during the time of the Divas era where the women were not given the respect that they deserve. And as good of a wrestler she was, she had to fit all of her art majority of the times in under 10 minutes. But those days are no longer here. So I had a list, and I said, I'm going to challenge myself. But what I did was I came up with 5 people on the roster right now that I want to see AJ Lee mix it up with. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's no Becky Lynch because we know that's going to happen. They're in a mixed tag match. So it's no Becky Lynch. There's no Paige. Paige is like, seeing, AJ's back. I want to come back. She got that itch. So there's no Paige. There's no Mercedes because Mercedes is not Sasha Banks and she's still in AEW. So I just want to put those qualifiers out there. But I have 5 women that I want to see mix it up with AJ Lee, and they are as follows. Number 5, Julia. Julia has been one of the most prolific wrestlers. You heard about the stuff that she did in Japan and all overseas, all over the country. And now she's in WWE. Sort of had a fast track, NXT Women's Champion. Then she's the current United States Champion. So now you also see her with a Kiana James, right? And Kiana's that manager. And y'all know I love me some managers in pro wrestling. So imagine AJ Lee and Julia in the ring. But the stories they can tell outside of the ring due to the fact that you have a Kiana James there and she can kind of pry at AJ's crazy superpowers. So that's number 5. Number 4 is Naomi. Oh, yeah. Naomi said she was going to crash out. She was ready to put Big Jim in the garage, put him out because he got her pregnant. And then AJ Lee comes back and Naomi's like, yeah, she want to dance with her. Now, they came up together in NXT. And I want to see them be able to tell those stories. I want to see them dig deep. I want to see them pull punches. So I think Naomi, right now, she been before she left, ever since Naomi turned heel and admitted to running over Jade, she has not missed. She was able to maintain interest while holding that Money in the Bank briefcase the entire time. That's not easy to do. So, Naomi, is number 4 for me. Number 3, Chelsea Green. I think Chelsea works well with anyone, but particularly the reason why I want to see her work with Chelsea Green, because I believe that Chelsea has the ability to pull even more out of her opponents than what they realize. Plus, when you really think about Chelsea's respect and affinity for the Divas Championship and the Divas era, I would love to see how those two would mix it up. And, both of them can work. So that's the match I want to see. Number 2, Bayley. As we see Bayley go through this transformation and this identity seeking, I think that Bayley and AJ Lee can make magic. They kind of just missed each other. AJ was leaving and Bayley was coming to the main roster. So, there's probably like some NXT footage or some training footage of them together. But you look at Bayley, she's someone who has been incredible as far as programming. You think back to the role models. You think back to Damage CTRL. Ever since she cut her hair, turned heel, Bayley's another one who really, on the heel side, hasn't missed. Now, lately, some people can say what they want about, the babyface run, or even when she won the championship at WrestleMania. To me, Bayley does no wrong. And I think, pound for pound, she's the best women's wrestler. Well, then there's Io Sky, but, So, but yeah, I got to give it to Bayley. That's who I want to see. And number 1, is it obvious? Y'all already know who, on Raw, one of my favorite superstars, and that's Roxanne Perez. And you look at the history, the teacher versus the student, the idol, it writes itself. Just seeing Roxanne in the ring with CM Punk months ago was epic. So you take that and you think about the callback. Sure, AJ Lee says her daughter does no wrong, but that can always change. She can always switch. And then you think about the passion that Roxanne is going to bring. And when she tells her, you wasn't here for me, you left too soon. Sure, it's the same one they use with CM Punk, but sometimes it just works because it's real. It's real. And I think that is why that is a dream match for me. I've said time and time again, Roxanne Perez can main event a premium live event. AJ Lee is the dance partner for Roxanne Perez to main event a premium live event. So, ladies and gentlemen, they are my 5 dream matches for AJ Lee. Let me know what you think. I want to know your 5 dream matches. Yeah, sure. And granted, I said this before. CM Punk told me when we talked to him at WrestleMania on the Ring of Wrestling show, it's an embarrassment of riches right now. And that's the same thing with the women. You could go Asuka, Kairi Sane, Io Sky. All of those are going to be phenomenal matches. You could say Michin. B-Fab is getting better. Do we have to talk about Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss? AJ Lee really came back to a playground of wonderful talent that she can work with. That is why I think when it came time to come back, this was the place rather than her going to AEW when Punk was there. You see? And now getting the time that they didn't before. And you know what? I'll even say this, run back her and Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella's come back. Let them run it back because, again, they're going to get more time than they did before. We know Nikki Bella put it in the AJ Lee's win streak. AJ got to get her lick back. So those are my list, folks. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Tweet me at Brian H. Waters. More importantly, at Wrestling Realm. Let me know who are your 5 dream matches for AJ Lee. Till the next time, so long, everyone.